So as the family feud in the Rashtriya Janata Dal plays out in the open after that Bihar election debacle, I want to raise some big questions. Are family-based parties running out of currency? Are dynasties losing steam or are they still in vogue? Are dynasties against the spirit of democracy? My first guest is Karti Chidambaram, MP from the Congress party. Appreciate your joining us, Karti Chidambaram. Do you agree that family-based parties are now subject to diminishing returns? People want parties based on meritocracy, not handed out from one generation to the next as if it's a family heirloom or treasure.
Rajdeep, most political parties in India have a family in their centrality. Except for, I think, one or two political parties, every political party, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, are family-centric. This is a South Asian phenomenon.
No, the BJP and the left, with due regard, sir, are not. Let's, whatever else, the BJP and the
Obviously,
left, the BJP president is not appointed party president because he's the son or daughter of someone. Neither does that happen in the left. But in the Congress party, and as Shashi Tharoor, your own leader, was quoted recently, it was almost as if the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty had ensured that political leadership was birthright.
Obviously, you didn't listen to my what I said earlier.
Yes.
I clearly said that except for one or two political parties, all other political parties are family-centric. I did accept that there are exceptions, but vast majority of political parties, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, have a family in their centrality. That is the socio-economic phenomena, political phenomena of South Asia. Yes, it will change. It will change over a period of time. So there are parties which have families in their centrality, which continue to win at times, and there are families which have their centrality in them, which don't do very well in elections. Even in the recent elections of Bihar, what would you consider the late Ramvilas Paswan's party, my friend Chirag Paswan? Would you consider? Do you think the BJP found him in a talent contest? Or did they align with the TDP, with Nara Lokesh, after identifying him in some sort of an entrance exam from the IIT? They are also family-run parties. The BJP aligns with them. So there are family-run parties which are successful at times, and there are family-run parties which are not successful at times. I don't think people reject parties merely because they're family-run. There are other political factors which come into play, why parties win elections and why parties lose elections.
But do you agree that broadly it's subject to diminishing returns, that family-based parties, in a sense, are a closed shop for others to occupy the leadership position, and in a new India, you need to move away from that? Do you agree that we need to move away from family-based parties in the fastest possible time possible?
I think so. I think we should. Since you're a cricket fan, I mean, the greatest democratic exercise in India has happened in the cricket team. You look at the composition of the cricket team today, they come from aspirational small towns of India. Yes, political parties must change, but perhaps they will change, but over a period of time. So this is not an accusation you can only make on one political party. There are many, many political parties which are still family run, and I accept they are fairly closed shops. But that's the social reality of our politics. It's not just of India, of South Asia. Look what's happening in Pakistan. Look what happened in Bangladesh. Look what happened in Sri Lanka. Primary political parties are still family controlled. Yes, there are times when other forces, I know that we've had a different kind of a political scenario in Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka right now. But I'm not ever suggesting that any of that thing is perhaps going to happen in India. Yes, parties must transform themselves, but it will take time. As Indian society transforms, that transformation will also happen in parties. Even the two examples you gave of Communist Party and the BJP, the Communist Party is not successful. Yes, I agree that the Communist Party is meritocratic, but the people don't seem to be rewarding the Communist Party because of that. There are success models on either side.
That is very interesting. You mentioned cricket. Let me take that analogy. My father played for cricket for India. That doesn't mean that I could play cricket for India. And I wasn't good enough because it was merit driven. On the other hand, Karti Chidambaram can become an MP because P. Chidambaram is a politician. So it's spread right across parties, across MPs, and worse still, family-based parties are in a way, many believe, working against the interests of true democracy.
See, as I said, it's a social phenomenon in India where families still play a central role in the societal structure. It will change over a period of time. Yes, I am a legatee, and I probably got a fast track to getting a ticket because of my father's son. But that did not prevent me from losing the 2014 election, did it? The 2014 election, the political equation was not stacked up in our favor, and I lost the election in 2014. I won in 2019 and 24 only because the political equation favored me. So just because you come from a political family, there's no guarantee of success. Yes, political parties have to transform, but you can't disqualify somebody only because they are somebody's. They come from a political family. I accept that we must become more meritocratic. The party leaderships must open up, but that's not something which is just confined to a political party.
And that's true of the Congress party as well.
Which is there in
how will you respond? How will you respond to those who suggest that the Congress party has also become a family inheritance? A party that was seen to be at one stage a mass movement has become a family inheritance. No one outside the Nehru-Gandhi family, it seems now, can take up true leadership and drive your party forward. You agree or not?
I completely agree with that. But the average worker in the Congress party buys into that leadership. But that is also a fact. I mean, while I agree that there is a predominant family which is the centrality of the political party, but I must also state that there is wide acceptance for that leadership structure within the party. Okay. There doesn't seem to be any kind of clamor to change that structure. Almost 99% of the party members accept that structure. That might not cut eyes with critics or with the general population, but the party cadre seem to accept that, and that's the case in the DMK. That's the case with the National Conference. That's the case with the Akalis. That's the case with the Shiv Sena and the breakaway Shiv Sena. The breakaway Shiv Sena also is following the same model. That is the case even with the TMC, which breaks away from the Congress. That is the case with the Nationalist Congress, which broke away from the Congress party. That is the case with the TDP. That is the case with the YSRCP.
We can go on and on, but in conclusion, in conclusion, when you see what's happening in the RJD, the family feud playing out in public, do you agree that it sends out completely the wrong signal?
That's their internal matter, whether it's up to the family and to that political party to sort it out. We have seen a similar spat happen in the DMK as well. We've seen a similar spat happen in the TDP, between father-in-law and son-in-law, and between Cobra and brothers-in-law. We have seen that happen. So when there are multiple family members vying for the leadership role, it happens. So this happens in business empires. This happens in political parties as well.
Let me leave it there, Karti Chidambaram. You're being pretty candid on that question. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.